live today for this week's Friday. I'll be first be doing my workout before I mention and talk about what I've been up to, how busy it has been. So I'm going to be starting off with doing my RDLs. There was an inconvenience where I won't be able to go to the gym today, the gym that I go to. So I have, thankfully, two kettlebells in my house that I'll be using. They're both 20 pounds, 20-pound weights. So I'll start off right away. Normally what I do is stretch, so that should be actually the first thing I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. Hello. I'm not going to do anything too crazy, only because yesterday's workout, it was not the best. Well, it was the best. What I mean is, I'm so sore from yesterday's workout, my shoulder, and also my arms, that today's run that I did today, I was just pushing through with my arms. Anyways, I'm gonna be stretching now. I don't know if you can hear the crack. Normally, I hear the hamstring crack all the time when I work out. Let's see. Thank you. I'm the best. Thank you. And the thing is, since my old phone, I don't have everything transferred just yet to my new phone. I was running with both in my hand, and that even made more, even though there's small amounts of pounds and weight, it was still a hassle when I was running. Midway going to the second mile, I started feeling it. And I'm not gonna do anything too crazy, only because I don't have the, I don't have any leg extension machines at my house, or any machines in general, that I'm only gonna do a little less at home when I work out here. And I did running earlier. Now if I was in the gym actually, oh for sure, even though I did running, I'll still include strengthening my muscles for lower body. Okay, after that, we're gonna go just this side and do this. Okay. When I found this stretch, it's crazy how much you feel your hamstring. One more time. Okay, what I normally do, I just jog in place real quick. I jog in place, get the body warmed up. And then I think they're considered polymetric. I'm pretty sure it is. Polymetric exercise is where you jump in place, do hops. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 40 for today. Just because I'm inside. And I'm already feeling my breath loosening up. Let's see. I can. That's the polymetrics. It's helping. The more I'm gonna stay consistent, it's definitely gonna help me with volleyball. Okay. Now after that, it's funny to explain it while I'm doing it, because normally I just go through the motion. After that, I already did the warm up with the hamstrings and everything. We'll do just a few squats, just for form. Yes. We're gonna do this, just for a little bit. Okay. Okay. And I'm just gonna twist my ankles outside and then inside. Same thing outside the other leg, and then inside, and kind of like do this. And I do calves. You guys won't be seeing that though, so. And a little bit of arms, back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you hear the background noise, I apologize in advance. So just don't mind that. Background. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, then up. Normally I hear a crack in my shoulder, but I guess today there's not a crack because how sore and swollen I am from yesterday's arm workout. So just a little bit. If you haven't noticed as well, I've been wearing a lot of pink and white, very February themed colors: red, pink, white, beige, black, brown. Okay, and then just this real quick to loosen up the body before doing my legs. Forward. Okay, now time for RDLs. What I do is I do 3 sets of 50 if I'm able to push myself to the 3rd set, but normally 2 sets of 50 ends up, I still feel the engagement in the glutes. So I have a mirror right here, and also you guys have my mirror because I'm seeing myself for being recorded. So we'll start right into it. I just want to make sure my form is first good. Okay. And then we're just gonna do 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so different without any music. I do it at the gym sometimes, but just here. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's actually 1, not 2. That's when I have the 1 pound of 35, because I feel it more. Okay. I think that was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's like they want to be next to my door. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 10 more, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. I'm already feeling it. Okay, no worries. I'm already feeling it on the side of the glutes. So we're going to be doing the second set in about 40 seconds, just so I can catch my breath, because it is pretty hot in here right now. And I'm wearing this, because this is the outfit that I was wearing to do my run earlier. So because I knew I wasn't going to be able to go to the gym today with all the other machines, I'm still incorporating my leg workout today with the kettlebells. So same thing, 50. So another set of 50. Bing bong 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 bing bong bong bong. And I've been pretty consistent this past week with heading to the gym and also incorporating all the different body parts and components of the body to focus on each muscle that I want to focus on. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror just now, so just give me a second. But the abs are kicking in. We're there. We're almost there. Almost there. Just keep thinking. Hello, Audrey. I'm going to be doing my last set of kettlebells of RDL of 50 before I start saying how all this week has been. So, okay, I think 40 seconds is already up, so I'll begin now. Okay, how many hours do I tend to work out a day? How many times? How many hours? So normally a day, I'll say two hours. I know people say that might be an excessive amount, but what I put into consideration when I do my workouts, I include stretching first, for sure, so I'm not as tight and also to prevent being injured and accidentally, let's say pull a muscle. I just don't want that. So yes, include that. The second thing, I then end up doing my workout. I do it all depends, but between 4 to 6 workouts in a session. But I take time, I control it. I just don't do it quickly to say, oh, I did this many reps. No, I do more reps than anything. What I mean by that is normally the range or average what people recommend when hitting weights in the gym is between 4 to 10 reps. Now what I do, I feel like for some, yes, specific machines, I'll have to do that. But machines I normally use, and I feel like that's too little for me to actually feel the engagement for my body and my muscles, I end up doing an example really quickly before I begin, because I have to do this last rep. I'll say, let's say the hip extension. For that machine, I'll do 2 sets of 30. I just implemented going back to that machine because I actually ended up purchasing a membership at this specific gym that I decided I want to attend here, not that far away from me. And the gym I would use was my school, and that machine, someone broke it, and that amount of progress I was having, and I did have, I ended up losing it enough where the amount I do right now for that machine, it's less than what I did before. But that's an example. Now obviously a break in between that set, and then let's say the last rep, 50 or 49, I hold it for a few seconds to feel that burn so that I know it's engaging. Then afterwards I'm okay, I know I did my workout and I feel better. I feel better after going through the pain. Okay, now let's see. you didn't miss nothing too much. I'm just gonna do one more rep of RDLs. It might be quiet, so if anything, just listen to music on your end. I can't really play music because YouTube guidelines. I'll try and look over my shoulder to see if there's any more questions, but I'll be beginning the next rep right now. And then after this, the last workout I'll do just for a little bit to incorporate my glute workouts today, I'll do, what can I do in here? In my room. Let's see. Normally I play a video, but right now I don't have enough time because I have to go somewhere tomorrow early morning. So let's see. Let's do, no, not that wall. If anything, I'll just do regular squats. I'll do jump squats actually. We'll do 3 sets of 20, pushing it 25. Okay, I'm gonna begin now. Hello, happy Friday. Okay, I'm gonna begin now. Let me just angle myself correctly. Okay. 4. Right. 1, 2. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the live, just so I can look over my shoulder. This is number 4. Okay. 5, 6. At my 10th rep, I'm going to look over. 7. I just want to make sure my form is good. 8. 9. 10. Okay, 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. I don't know if you heard that crack. My hip on my right side. 16. 17. 18. 19. Just want to make sure I'm doing my form correctly. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. So when I feel it real quick, then. Okay, I feel it. 31. 32. 33. Don't mind the background noise. My siblings are playing right now. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. The last reps I like to do this so I can feel the engagement. 49. 50. I'm gonna do 2 more. Just closer. 51. And 52. Okay. Okay. Now that is done. Let me take a breather and then I'll begin conversating. Before I get going, let me take my breather. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm good now to conversate and speak. Before I begin doing the 3 sets of squat jumps, I'll first start with what I did this past Saturday and this past Sunday, and then I'll begin. So, this Saturday, which was the 11th. Let me just take a breather real quick again. I'm saying the 11th is the 7th. Okay. 1, 2. I like to go in circles just so I'm still circulating the blood in the body. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. I don't take any liquid to hydrate besides water. I haven't done lemon with water in a while, but I would do that like throughout the day. And no, I do not take any pre-workout. That's something I don't really use, or I think I've tried it once, but I think it was a bar rather than an actual supplement. So no, I haven't. I don't remember what the brand was called. It was very popular. I think Bloom. And there's this other one too. But I heard that it'll make you shaky. So I don't really incorporate that. Like I literally just sweat it out. I feel it. I feel like when I do feel it, it's just like I'm challenging myself in a way. Now, people who do use it, I've heard that you're able to like do longer reps or process, and then you feel it after. But yeah, I have done electrolytes though. When I did a 10-miler, I think this is now 3 years ago that I did it. So I've done that electrolytes. But it was energy jellies to keep me continue like to do the miles. But Gatorade, no, I don't do Gatorade. Okay, this I could move here since I'm not doing it anymore. And then, let's see. I have drank Celsius before, Alani. The other one, I don't remember what the brand name is right now, company is right now. But I don't do that like before workout or after. Like it's either if it's handed to me, like let's say for instance this week, I'll just throw that in before I actually go into depth with what I have been doing these past few days. But there was Red Bull who was advertising on our campus, and they asked if I wanted one. Normally, I don't ever say yes to offers for energy drinks, but during that time, during that day, I was like, you know what, I kind of need like a little push to go, so why not? And for me, I'm not really, I'll say like too, what's it called? Too like, I don't fiend for it, so yeah, I normally do it like every once in a while. Okay, now, yeah, so Saturday. Going back to Saturday. Okay, I will answer your question, bankrupt dosias. So in a little bit, just so that I could finish doing this workout and also just explain first Saturdays and Sundays and then do that last workout for tonight. Because I did do running before this. Not right before this, but let's say like an hour ago. But yes, so Saturday was a birthday party I attended, which was one of my siblings. And during that time, it was the beach. We went to the beach. We played a few little games, volleyball. They brought out the soccer ball. Now, we did not rent a pavilion. The beach that we are close to and that we had gone to, it has fake grass before entering like the actual sand and then the beach. And we set up there. So I woke up 6:30 a.m. in the morning, if I'm not mistaken. I did, but then I turned that alarm off because my mom said basically she could let me sleep in. So then by 7 we left. After 7, she dropped me off. I helped her set up. It was very windy that day. It was cold, but cold in a nice way. because the sun was out and it felt very nice. So good. So then after setting up, waiting for everyone to arrive, I ended up heading to an appointment that I booked for myself because I wanted to do this before my birthday, which is next month. And just to, I always hear people say renovate themselves, which is true, but just a new look because I've had this nose piercing. This is what I booked the appointment for, this nose piercing right here. I'm very new to piercings and everything, so I booked the appointment, but for this particular location I had went, they said that you could just walk in and then they'll exchange it for you because I've never changed this out myself because I had the nose stud. So now I have the nose ring and I am really satisfied with how it looks. I asked for the yellow gold color and I like it. I like it a lot. So that happened on Saturday. Then I ended up driving back to the party, hung out, celebrated, and then afterwards arrived home. Sunday, no work. I was scheduled to work, but then it ended up being very slow that day, so just no work for me. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know really exactly how much I did, I don't remember. I think I was just typing up my essay. So there's that, that's for Saturday and Sunday. Now I'm gonna finish the rep for the workout, and then I'll sit down, chat away with everything, and then answer your question. So we'll do it this way. It's so crazy. It's because I have a mirror, but it's not a full mirror like the gym. So it's very different. Okay. But I have you guys as my mirror and also to conversate. Okay. Let's hope I don't trip on anything. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, I already feel it, 25. I was gonna stop at 20, but I'll start with 25 just now. And then go to 20, and then 20 for the last one. 1. Oy. I don't know if you can see it moving. No, you can't. My heart is already pounding. Let me turn the second light on. Okay. I'll answer your question in just a second. I'm gonna finish these 2 reps and then answer. Oy. Okay. Okay. We'll do on this side since I did it on the other side. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh. Okay, last one I'm gonna do forward. Okay, last rep. Last rep. Okay. It's gonna look funny with the windbreaker going up and down, but we're good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It sounds like a meme. 4, 6, 9, 10, 14, 17. 26 and 30. Oh man, I felt that. Okay. I don't know how YouTube works when it comes to a bralette or bra, sports bra should I say, on lives. I know on videos it's fine, but I'm gonna switch into this real quick. And then after this, yeah, you can make it, Jeff. Hold on. Hold on. Woo. I know this is another long sleeve, but it's looser. Okay. It looks so mismatched, but it's gonna have to be and do. Or I have my white. No, I'm gonna grab my white tank top real quick. 1 second. It actually go with this cute Gymshark bra I have on right now. And it matches with the pink because it's white. It's white and black. Okay. Okay, there it goes. That'll help me breathe a little bit better. Okay, so my hair's a little crazy right now. All right, let me go back to the first question. Okay. What got me into fitness and taking care of myself? I would say the best I can explain it is mainly through my childhood. Some of my childhood experience. So I had cousins who were close in age, not had because they're still alive, but what I mean by had is the bond dynamic we had back then rather than now. We're not as close. So that's how I started with fitness. We would play hide and seek, we'll play tag, we'll play cops and robbers, and my little self, I wasn't as fast for some of the times that we would play. So in my own little self, I was like, no, I want to catch them. Like I was determined to like at least catch and tag one of the older cousins. So I'm like, no, I want to be it. Obviously, when you play, no one really wants to be it unless like they know each other, like they could like tag each other, if that makes sense. Like if you're the same pace of running and like tagging somebody, you don't mind being the tagger. So because I wasn't a great tagger, I'm like, no, I want to be the tagger so then I could end up tagging them. So that's how like we would burn energy out. But during elementary school, I think 3rd grade is when I like really hit my point to wanting to basically in a mindset like to be faster than other people. I would always gravitate towards like wanting to be at least a boy or a guy when I was that age because I would always do the saying like boys have fashion than girls, this isn't that. So yes, it would be true in its own way because like we wouldn't really like try, but like I'm like no, I want to tag you. Like I would just feel accomplished. So eventually we continued running, being an outside kid, playing riding bikes and everything. So that was that. And then with my cousins, I'm like, I know I'm gonna see you in the weekend at our great parents' house. We're gonna play tag, and we're gonna play freeze tag. I'm like, I want to tag you. When I was close, they laughed at me. Like, I literally was almost tagging them, and it's funny because you're kids. Every time, like, I was almost close, they would try like do like a move. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to learn myself. And eventually, I caught up to them. I even ran in sandals. That young age to tag them, I was determined. And now, like, actual sports, I'll say middle school, we never really had, not really never had, just my parents, they were prioritizing other financial needs. So I was never placed into a dance competition, like competitively, nor any sports clubs outside of school, which, oh my gosh, I would have loved that. And if I could have gone back to ask for like what I want for my birthday, it would have definitely been to be signed up in a club for sports, especially the main, like, out of everything, volleyball. But yes, that's how I got into it. Just not get too carried away, because I feel like that could be a great question when I do a Q&A. Hopefully sometime later on, once I have more people on my Instagram to like do the Q&As, and also make a post here for Q&A questions. Not on the live, what I mean is like an actual post on here. I know, running in sandals. I don't remember what brand it was, but I'm telling you, I was like, I want to catch you. Like, literally, and even like, we would try and like, let's say like their shoe or our sandals, my sandal, and flats, I would like try and take it off and then like throw it to make it count as tagging. But obviously we didn't count that as a tag. Let's see. They're still young, so I expect them in a way to like hopefully at least quiet down a little bit, but again, it's not my house, so but it's okay. I work around it. I find a way, because this is something that I enjoy doing. So if you're still here, 41 Manny, we grabbed her a hair bonnet because her hair obviously is curly. Right now my hair is straight, and right now, probably until tomorrow. And then this Sunday, I'll have my curls out again. But yes, so we grabbed that for her, so when she sleeps, she could wear it tonight to sleep. Let's see. I always say let's see out loud. Yeah, if someone made a GIF, because again, I do save these, my lives, to watch again. So if anything, you could like press back, and that'll be so funny. Let's see. I always say let's see subconsciously. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I'm not meaning to apologize. Hold on. Okay. Did your comments messing up your lives made you paranoid? Can you describe that a little bit more in the sentence, just so that I can understand a little bit to answer properly? No, I never had an afro necessarily, because my hair didn't stay up like that. It was mainly, I did cut it short one time though, but that you could consider that an afro, but not really. I wouldn't consider that an afro. I'll just say a very short pixie haircut with my curls. Basically how Rihanna did it, just like how Rihanna did it when she had her hair really low cut in a pixie. That's how I had it. My ethnicity is Dominican and as well Honduran. So those are the two main ones. Now, I'll say my features are prominently Dominican, But when I am around my Honduran side or other Hondurans, those features dominate completely. Especially, I don't know if you've watched my dance show that I have up on my YouTube channel, like a long form video, but the makeup artist who did my makeup, so beautifully well done. Now, I'm bringing that up because when she did that makeup, my Honduran features, like you can, it's noticeable there. And I loved it. Like, it looks so good. It is it is annoying, but it's all worked out now. It's not only, that wasn't the only time that happened. It was like another good 3 times that ended up happening. So yes, I'm gonna sit on this stool I have in my room right now to now conversate and tell you about how this past week has been, all the days. Let's see. Let me just drink some water. Great question, 41 Manny. What is Honduras like, I mean? So, fun fact, I've never gone to Honduras yet. The only side I have visited, my culture, is Dominican Republic. And I visited there, this might be my 5th time going. And more than likely, I'll be traveling there again, either twice of this year, if not just once. What I've heard about Honduras, pretty nice, but it is a third country, so it has its, its downfalls. But I haven't really tried like the cuisine there as much as I've been wanting to. My grandmother, she has made like breakfast Honduran food. It's so good. It's so simple. Flour, tortilla, eggs, this certain paste bean, so good. Some crema. It's called cream, and that's how you say cream in English. But cream could be anything, honestly, in English. So, like food-wise. So when it says crema, I think there might be another word for it together that goes with that. But that's so good. Let me drink it real quick. Also, I know the Ross tags underneath, I haven't taken it off just yet. I will soon. Put this right here. Really? What were you guessing initially before Dominican, before I mentioned being half Dominican, ethnicity-wise? This past week from Saturday till now, I'll give it a... Okay, before I give it the rating of this week, if it's 6 and higher, I feel like that's okay. Between 6 to 8, it's still a pretty good answer, as like in a pretty good week. So, looking over my planner, just for the like important things I did, not important, but more prominent events and just work that I did. I'll say a 7.2. A 7.2. So, will we be starting? If you have any question before this, just let me know. Ailengal. Okay, let's see. I do have the Caribbean style, though, with dancing, that's for sure. Okay. And I feel like if I were to go to the actual country, which I have gone, Dominican Republic, Oh my gosh. I would like to visit another city in DR because the main one I go to is where like my family is. I don't want to overshare that just now, just so that I can get started with the week. But to experience another city and see how they dance, or like more of a hype city, if that makes sense, because the amount of times I've gone, the location I go to, it's more older people. And older, I mean like 40s, and they're like kind of already with somebody. Like I want someone who's like around my age, or let's say 20s, or honestly anyone who can dance or just being lively, who are having a good time and can dance, and then I can dance with them. Like the urgency that I have, it's unbelievably a lot, but that'll be so fun. That'll be such a great experience. I'm pretty sure, let me not say I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken, I do have maybe somewhat of Puerto Rican in me, but no, it's not. I'm just gonna delete that message really quick, only because I don't want any mistakes, mistakenly like YouTube guideline thing. Cause that actually happened to my previous video that I just posted, which was my new updated bikini try on haul. I was unaware how long certain clips were filmed that was not appropriate for YouTube's guidelines sake, which I was doing it as an oh my god, I'm stuttering, educational purpose, but because I've done this before, I've done that video exactly before, maybe just a little bit different, but that's already old news. So just to make sure. Now, what I was saying is that there might be a little bit percentage of Puerto Rican in me, but for sure what I know is Dominican and Honduran. So I've done both. I've done hanging with my family and also resorts. So what the tradition would be is every 2 years we would head to DR to do family reunion at a resort. It's so nice. It's such a good experience. Now that I'm older, I can be able to do a little bit more things than what I would be able to, and a little more leniency of like actually being out on the resort a little later and late, walking around rather than just being inside and then just enjoying it still, but not really meeting new people, which that's something I look forward to. No, you're good. Just that little thing. But yes. No, not your question. So Monday. Monday was an event that I collabed with. So I collabed with this organization, or I think you could say organization or work study, people who are on my campus, and they host the events for students to just engage, network, just have connection. So we had a table out for us for our run club that we wanted to promote, to see if there's going to be any new members that would like to join, and also just notify and just say, hey, promote that we're gonna have a run that's going to have strawberry Nutella. So normally I don't like to promote any sweets or treats because we are a physical, club and activity. So, and the whole pyramid of food, processed food, artificial food, yada yada yada. Anyways, but just to have a little treat before Valentine's Day, I thought that was like a really cute idea. We did want to host our own 1.5-mile run on campus, but it ended up being declined due to how they stated is the lack of like preparedness, you can say. Now we did ask our advisor to submit the paper and the requests early, 2 weeks in advance, which is what we did. How I say this, how the I'm blanking out right now, but basically how it's supposed to be, like the requirement to in advance just to submit the paperwork. Now, the only thing that was included that they also mentioned was construction that's happening on our campus. But with that being said, the construction was on a different side of where we wanted to like have our run like mainly stationed. So now by tomorrow I'm going to contact my advisor to already request doing it in the Thank you. Yes. Have a great Valentine's Day as well. Thank you for joining. Hopefully I'll see you next live. And if you see any of my other videos. Have a good night. Hello, Jamal. Okay. As I was saying, I'm just choked on my saliva. As I was saying, I'm choking on my saliva. Dang it. Hold on. Commercial break. Okay, commercial break over. As I was saying, I want to request the same exact event, the 1.5 mile, just for March of the month because they said we didn't submit it early, 2 weeks, which we did, but it was more focused on just like the safetyness on campus for construction that was happening. I was going to be very cautious of like not running in the course of the campus on that area where the construction is happening, but that's okay because I still wanted to go into motion just for the month of March when we're back from our spring break and just change the theme to just spring instead of Valentine colors and themes because we were going to name it. You had me at 1 mile to have that as a post and then send it so then we could have people come to that event and run. And I feel like that's reasonable and a reasonable amount of mileage and mile to do because it's not a 5K. 5K would be 3.1 miles. 1.5 miles is 1.5 miles, and it would be a lot better for someone to run rather than like having more time to do a longer run, a long distance. For Tuesday, also on Monday, going back, side rewind, I went to the gym and I did glutes. Very good. That was a good workout that I did that day. And I also incorporated ab workout, which I normally do. I believe that day, that day was 7 minutes I did for the ab workout. And then Tuesday, let's see. Tuesday was my English class. I ended up watching my siblings and my cousins, my 2 other little cousins I have. I have a lot of family members, but 2 little cousins I have. And they spent the night until their parents picked them up because my mom went somewhere. So I ended up watching them. So I didn't do glutes that day. It was just something I had to rearrange and be okay with that it wasn't in the plan of flowing going to the gym that night. So if I'm not mistaken, I didn't do my glutes that day. So that's one day that I didn't do my glutes. What else happened? I think I was still typing away my essay, just revising it. I went to tutor that day just so that they can revise my essay and just make sure and let me know any corrections and feedback that I need. Then Wednesday was a fun little experience I had. So my professor, this was a little delayed. This was a little delayed on my part as a student. So she wanted us to have it already printed out before entering class, which I did. The only thing is before I arrived when my class begins, I went to the tutoring again just to revise a little bit more and to see if it's concise, if it's grammatically correct, and everything else. And as I was happening, I believed I had still, let's say, $5 in my account for my card that I used to basically pay when I want to use their printer, because I don't have my own printer at home. I use their printer. So I was like, okay, I'm on time still. I still have time to have it printed, head to class, no rush. And that was not the case. So what happened was that after I was finished, after the person was talking, he was talking a little too much, just because I was like in my head a time crunch to type the remaining left I had to like fix it up for my perks. And then after that, submit it to the printer. Have it linked up to the printer, the computer I had, and then pay. I had to pay quickly. I was like, oh my gosh, whatever, I'll just put on my file, on my card, and then log into my account. Now my password is long, so I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the moment where I was either going to run to the class, which I kind of did just a little bit, but not to the point where I was like zooming away. And thankfully, for this campus that I'm on right now, it's not so big or so wide that running would be like so far away. It was a good distance to like quickly speed walk, and then arrive to the classroom. And it's the first floor, so that was even better, instead of going to the stairs and then out of breath. Or like a fourth floor. That would be insane that day. And yes, so they're helping me. They're so sweet. Since I have gone to the tutoring twice this week, I'm like now a known face, and I've also seen their face and we greet each other, and they helped me, the ladies, two lovely ladies. It was printed out. Sorry for the noise in the background. It was printed out. Afterwards, it was printed out. I'm like, thank you. No other errors, no like one-sided page. I mean, both-sided pages. It was just one page, one and done. I had 7 pages printed out. If you're wondering like what the essay was even about, it was about a literary device. Literary devices are used in fictional, well, it's used in anything if I'm not mistaken. But what we were focusing on for that first essay was fiction. And the story I wrote about was A Good Man Is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor. And this is for English class, by the way. English 2. Well, ENC 1102, to be exact. And where was I going with this? Yes, so I focused on the literary device, which was foreshadowing. Foreshadowing through the grandma's appearance in that story. Foreshadowing through the locale, which is story setting, places, scenery, yada yada yada. And then the last one was through the dialogues of the characters. So, yes. And then I got very carried away with explaining much of the story, what it was about. I have it printed out. We have a black folder to place it in. So I already had that in my book bag. Had no worry about that or anything. After I did that, I like put everything away because I had some things out while I was doing my essay. And after that, packed everything up. I kind of dashed a little bit. After that, I will enter class. So I didn't make it too late into class. Normally, I go like 5 minutes early in the classroom. So that day on Tuesday, wow, I'm confusing my days. I apologize. That was Thursday, not Wednesday. I'm not going to say the whole thing again, but I'll just go to Thursday, how I am right now, and then talk about Wednesday. So that was Thursday, the 12th. See, that's how you know this week has been busy and just basically going in motion with everything that I had and have. So that was Thursday. It's so funny because I'm realizing just now. So, I always say so. When I entered the classroom, I already had my folder ready to hand in. I was only 2 minutes late. Yes, 2 minutes late. And then we have to do this thing called free writing. Basically just brain dump whatever question she has on the announcement for 10 minutes till 11:10. So I'm like, okay, oh goodness, I have 2 minutes less to like use all the 10 minutes to write down a sufficient amount, because she wants like, she doesn't care about grammatically correct sentences, like just enough information to fill a page so that when she does have it as a grade for when she has our binder, portfolio is what she calls it, that it's a good grade. Like she could actually count it as a point or percentage instead of like half a page. So I'm like, I need to, if my wrist is going to hurt at this minute, like I just want more. I need more. I need more points. So that happened. After that, she started talking about the new assignment we're going to have, which is going to be, it was going to be, hello, you're in dance. Wait, what type of dancing do you do? While you type that away, I'm going to continue. So, let's see. Yeah, so now we're heading into writing about poetry. Now I've written about poetry. I've written it last fall term. I think I've written at least 3, but a main like assignment was an essay on poetry. And then I wrote one about like a short story, if I'm not mistaken, or a long story actually. It was a longer story. I don't remember the author's name. The long story. It was like a very long story. It's okay. So then after that, we read the poems out loud, so I'm going to have to be doing that by this weekend. And next week, though, she did a vote. She said if you want it in class in person next time for our assignments or just what we have to do for next class, and majority voted no. So we're still have to do the assignments that are due that day. So that's going to happen. So basically, I have 2 days off out of the week for next week because Monday, it is no school. Now, it would be school for college, but they decided not to have that anymore. And yeah. So, now, Wednesday. Wednesday, I had my sister's chorus concert to attend to. It was singing in Spanish. It was like all the cultures. It was a performance for all the cultures to be basically shown in the light, culture, diversity, and everything. And it was very cute. And even the little kindergarteners and every other age range, they had their little own performance. And then afterwards, after everything was kind of already finished inside the school, they had like a little event in the bus loop, a DJ, one last show, I guess, that they brought to the campus, to the school to have them perform, one last performance, and then some food trucks. For dinner that night, I don't remember. Before that, I had my run. Actually, no, I didn't have my run. So now I had an event that we created, I hosted, and the president of the ping pong club. So we did a little ping pong, little rivalry, friendly competition. So that went well. Really nice. Got to see other people. I had a cute outfit. So no running included for that Wednesday. 1 second. I'm going to mute myself because it's getting too loud. My apologies. Just give me 1 more second. One more, 3 minutes, really quickly. Okay, so Tuesday, yes. So sadly, I did not win. That's what I was trying to say while I was on mute right now. And normally I do a better job with playing ping pong. It was 11-3. That's but it was nice. It was a fun friendly competition. Normally I'm closer. It's like 11-9, so I'm like right there on the money, close enough to win. I have won a few I have won a few before, just not that day. And I had to leave a little earlier because just how everything is like how everything works out for the lifestyle currently. Not lifestyle currently, just like the way everything is happening right now at this moment, this process where I'm at right now. So, and having just one transportation. Now, that happened. Now, I did receive something I can show you guys. I'm not going to read the card out loud just because it was given to me and I don't want to like share too much. Just for the sake of the other person. So, we received this. Nothing crazy, just basically, I'll just read one part of it. Let's see. I'll read this because this is actually really touching in a way of like, because I accomplished and I try to do so much at times or like things. And not that it's a bad thing, but not to, well, let me not say it like that. Let me phrase it as I'm also another individual out in this big world that has ambition and also has an idea of where I would like to be. So, hearing this, which is what it says, I want you to reach the clouds someday. Because of that one, like, I really appreciate and love it because I know, like, I don't have to know that other people, like, can see it, but what I mean is that even without me, like, saying anything, like, it's still being shown. So, man, I might tear up because that's so emotional because I'm explaining right now. Anyways, I'm not going to cry. But it was just something really touching in a way of like supporting and basically also like how I interpret it to reach the clouds. My middle name is Sky. So just a reminder of that with my middle name being Sky, I keep going. Keep going in life. Anyways, the next thing was this queso ruffle. I've never tried this before. They said this was a Dominican chip. I've never had it before, but it was actually good. And I'm not a big fan of ruffles, neither queso. But the difference with this one is that it has a Latin flavor with it, because we in Latin America, and it has a little bit of a hint of a spice to it, but really good. And then after that, they asked me about what type of chocolate I like. Ferrero chocolates aren't bad, but I do prefer some chocolate healthier, or just that because I've tasted it and tried it before, I do enjoy it, which is dark chocolate covered almonds. So they gave me that, and that was very nice of them to do. Now, that was Wednesday. Now that I already said Thursday before Wednesday, this is going to be Friday's day, which is today. And when I always mention Friday, kind of slips my mind afterwards when I did it again. Let's talk about Thursday. Okay, so Thursday. No, there's no haul. There's no Amazon haul to be exact. But I do have a haul that I did by myself, which is from Ross. So I'll show that in a little bit after I'm done mentioning Thursday, Friday, and then briefly of this weekend ahead of me. If you're still here, AD 2015, Audrey, okay, Audrey. I always remember it as AD. Okay, Audrey. That is really good. Cheer a lot more. That's really good. I hope that you do. I really hope that you do. If that's what you want, don't just do because I'm like kind of mentioning it, but that'll be really cool for your own self to like have videos and clips of you doing cheer so that it could help you if you do plan on doing it in the college or like even just professional. That's really amazing. That's something I would love to learn. Cheer moves, flying up in the air, back bends, aerial, cartwheels. Like there's so much to do. There's so much to do, crazy things that like you kind of just have to try it. But it's always like just try and make time for a lot of things. And can make time for a lot of things. But again, priorities for certain things. So Thursday, that was the whole essay thing. I already said it. So Friday, which is today. Yes. So today, a run I had. And afterwards, we had Nutella. I had mine with honey. I didn't eat too much of the Nutella. I'm already breaking out, and I've noticed that I do break out if I eat the Nutella too much, I will break out even more. Just like a small pimple. But that's still just, it bothers me at times. And so afterwards, before that we did 2.1 miles. So 2.1 miles was good. Today was actually a success for the run club because 8 people attended. Yes, 8 people attended, including me and my officers. Now, it felt so good seeing more people come. Like I'm so grateful for that today. Like maybe that might just be the entire week's gratitude for that. I'm trying to think of something else that I had gratitude towards, which I know I did, but the main thing is that people attended today's run. And it was a little bit hot. It was good. I was wearing, if you saw earlier throughout this live, I was wearing a windbreaker with these shorts it matches together with, and I was sweating. You couldn't see it in the picture, but looking closely, like in person, you would see the sweat pits. Yes, the sweat pits. and the back sweat as well. But yes, and I had who was included basically who came to attend the run today. People who had a faster pace, which listen, I don't mind. Like everyone's learning, everyone's at their own pace and progress in running. I'm mentioning that because I love that I finally had the chance and had people show up that run faster, because I'm also a duration between like not so fast but not so slow, and we're not at that progress anymore, and it helped. Like literally we had the faster pace that were in the front, then we had my pace or pace that I was going for today in the middle. Now we weren't so close but a little bit separate, but still went around the same route, and then all combined are like we all I don't know, I'm blanking out. Basically, we all just rekindled again where everyone parked. And then we had the slower runners that they haven't had the chance to even run themselves, but like they took the day to like come out today, because you never know what people are going through, right? So I was happy, and everyone had a good time on the group chat. They were saying that they had a fun time, which I'm happy that they were having a good time, because it was something that I can say a check mark off the bat of an event that I hosted for all of us to do. And also not just me, but with the help of my officers as well. We purchased the food. It was actually eaten, everything. I'm pretty sure, maybe not the Nutella tub completely, because it is a lot of Nutella. And chatted away. I've gotten to meet and finally correctly been introduced by somebody, finally meeting them. Even though I've seen their faces before when I go to the volleyball club, when I would play a lot more last year. So that was really nice. Yeah, not how the amount that I'm talking about it right now, I'll say that's like the peak of this week's gratitude that I have. It was so good today. It was so good. And then I just came back, which is an hour. Like I said, a little inconvenience happened. Unfortunately, little not side quest, but issue that happened. So that's why I'm not at the gym right now, the actual gym. but I incorporated my workout still for legs because this is the day that I do my legs at home. And then, let me see. Also, Thursday night, I did go to the store. I will show that. That's a little haul I'll give you guys today. It was 3 items. It was pretty okay. I'm still, like, on a tight budget and wanting to be on a tighter budget because I will be heading out of town next week and next weekend. So, I'm not going to tell you guys just yet where I'll be going, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be summer, a lot colder than what it is now in Florida, in South Florida. So, the 3 items. We're going to start off with this tank shirt. It's so flowy, and these items are from Ross. The moment I tried this on, I'm going to stand up for this one. The moment I placed this on my body, oh my gosh, I fell in love with it because my physique right now, when I wear shirts like this, sometimes it's too loose when it's triangled, when it's very low cut like this. It has a little, how do I say this? Let's see. I just love this fabric, and I gravitate towards these type of fabrics a lot, like crochet type of vibes. These fabrics, I said fabrics again. But yes, and this flower print. This could definitely be worn February month, but also into spring. I tried this on when I went to the fitting room with some jeans, and it looks very lovely. And I also had my hair down. It could go with this bun, but with my hair down, it made it even better with an up and down. And this is in a size extra small. But yes, very cute. I think this was $8.99, $6.99, so $7. Now the next top. This one was such a great find. At first I went to Dollar Tree because I'm buying something for tomorrow. For the morning. Sorry, not for tomorrow, for Sunday morning. Now this one, this pink, this like salmon, like pink color, coral. This coral color looked really lovely and looks lovely when I tried it on. Same design, same structure of the top like the previous one. The only thing is it has padding in it. That is so, like, you don't understand. As a woman, having a shirt like this, or like, I can even wear this for pajama, is so convenient. I love it so much. So, you'll be seeing me wear this, hopefully in a picture, because it's a cute little outfit for pictures. But yes, when I tried it on, I didn't have to worry about placing a bra under, a sports bra under, and pairing this up, I had jeans again, light jeans yesterday. Pairing it up with this little purse, this was the last item that I purchased. This is leopard print. I have like 2 items. I have 2 tops in my, actually 3 tops that are leopard print in my wardrobe. The third one though, I'll just show you guys. Okay, the other one, it is purple, but it has roses. This is very lovely too. But I'm referencing leopard print with just the classic leopard print. So this one's so cute and tiny. And then it's just like this. The other one, my go-to purse as of right now, it's a lot more like slingy compared to this one. So let's say I normally carry quite a few things, but let's say I don't want to carry too much if I'm going to like a specific event or like place where I can't carry too much. When I open it, it's magnetic. The little click. And then I love purses when it's all the way zip. I've tried when it's like a purse like this, but it's open and they have no zipper. I don't like those. You take out the wrapper, pretty small inside, but I can just place, let's say, lip balm, a charger, some money, some cash, not really the big wallet, and then my phone. very convenient for the times I do go somewhere. Now this one was $13.99. Excuse me, I burped. But yeah, it's very lovely, and this type of material, like, is not going to ruin it like this, which I like these certain type of. So yes. So this one, just you have to just try and imagine how it looks on me, because I'm not gonna try it on right now. And with some jeans, this now with this color combination with the jeans, it looks so good. I loved it. I was literally like twirling around in the mirror. I was like, oh my god! I was like, ooh, this is so cute. But yes. And lastly, the last thing I'm gonna show you before I end this live, I'll give it, let's say, 7 more minutes before I end this live. I was given a gift by my friend, who, she is one of my officers. Let me throwing it. But that's not important. This is like stuff. So she gifted me this cup. This mug, I mean. This is so cute. It says, love you very much. This is so cute. I love it. Normally, I'm not the best, how can I say this? Facial expression when I am handed the gift. That makes sense. Like, I am. But I feel sometimes awkward doing so. But anyways, I don't really know. That was a little tangent right now. As you can see, inside is a little note she gave me. And then inside, it's like made of ceramic. And what's so cool about it is that it's 3D in its own way. Strawberries. And what's so ironic about this is that we had strawberries today. And then flowers. These flowers are so cute too. And then behind it. But yes. And then I've never heard of this brand before, but Ray Dune. Pretty cool. It's not too heavy, whereas like when I put something inside of it. But really cute. I could drink something out of it. I'll definitely use this like as a bowl when eating, let's say like granola and your yogurt. Very nice, very lovely. And then a sticker where it says with love. And then what's so thoughtful about this is that this is the friend that I gave a boot basket for in October. And the journal I gave her is literally, this is the paper that was in it. So it says, with God, all things are possible. And the note is personal, so I won't read all of it. I may just read, let's see. I'll read the first couple of sentences that she wrote. So, dear Daleen, I am beyond grateful to have met you and have you in my life. College can be such a I had a struggle with reading this in my head. A whirlwind. But meeting you made everything feel more grounded, more fun, and honestly more meaningful. And yes, that's the only thing I'll read. Her handwriting is so pretty, by the way. I would show it, but then, like, let's say someone screenshots, I'd rather not. But that was a lovely gift that I received today before our run. And yeah, when I noticed it, when I asked, oh, is this the paper that goes with the journal? She's like, yes. So very thoughtful. And yeah, that was that. Now, no, not Chicago. Now for Saturday, what I am looking forward to for this Saturday. There's 2 things I believe I may be picked up, but might not, because the unfortunate side quest that happened today, I won't be able to use it or borrow it tomorrow. So I may just stay home because I have to be ready and prepared for this thing that I'm going to tomorrow in the afternoon, and it's going to be packed. So I'm going to be picked up by somebody. I'm going to be picked up by a relative of mine. So I'd rather just not risk of having her go the extra mile to like head to the other location I'm going to be in that morning, to then I have to rush getting pretty prepped up and fully showered again and just look nice for where we're going to. So that's that. So that's what I'll be doing for Valentine's Day. I'll be hanging out with a relative of mine. And it's going to be very nice. It's going to be very fun and I'm excited for it. And then Sunday, I'm going to be supporting my friends for this certain event that they're participating in. And I'm so excited for them. I'm going to root for them. Now that I'm remembering, early morning, I'm going to text my sergeant major, who was my sergeant major in my high school, because she's the one who actually showed me the environment and actually opened me up to doing 5Ks and actually participating in them. And because I haven't talked to her and seen her in, I think this is technically considered 2 years now, that it would be nice to rekindle, keep in touch, and yes, and wishing well. I know she wishes me well, and also she's so sweet, firm but sweet, but not firm where she is rude. She has a lovable soul, and it'll be very good to see her. In the past 2 years, I've said I'm gonna run, but the ticket was so pricey. Oh, I just said it, a run. The ticket was so pricey, but I didn't want to pay. I wanted my father to pay, but that ended up not happening. So I missed out again, but hopefully by next year, I'll be participating in this big run. Now, let's see. So yes, so that's what I'm going to be doing for this past weekend, and also preparing for a test that's going to be happening next weekend when we come back after not having school for 2 days. And yeah, that's all that's been happening. But I'm going to stay another 5 minutes. Just feel free to ask any other questions before I leave, because I need to shower. And it is 9:27 and I do have to wake up early tomorrow morning. I may just stay up a little bit just to finish up some little tasks I have to do. And yeah. Also, okay, if you were here last live, where I was talking about my shoulder, not that it's happening now, but the crack of my hip, I honestly want to have it diagnosed, or just, I know that it's just something in particular. I want it to have it scanned so I know what it is exactly, so I can learn how to properly stretch it, properly engage that hip, that bone, so that I know that I don't have to worry about that any longer. What generations are my parents from? Interesting question. The generation, they're in the 90s generation. So they grew up with Tupac, they grew up with Rihanna. Well, 90s. Well, we grew up with Rihanna, I would say, actually. They grew up with Mariah Carey, everything else. Every other artist. I already mentioned my plans a little bit. I don't want to plan them too ahead because they haven't happened just yet. So I will share that information. I'll share that with you all next Friday? I'll have to see, because how I mentioned in my post, the schedule for February, it's to be determined what time I'll actually have the live. So when it's closer, possibly by Thursday night, hopefully, I have the to be determined an actual time for the live on that Friday the 20th. If not, it may have to be that day where I end up sharing the time and then proceed on going on live. It might be in the afternoon, early afternoon, like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. So don't word me off that just yet, but it's going to be around that time. Ooh, I would like to live. I want to experience maybe 2 places. So I would like to try city. It all depends what type of city. I don't think I could handle like California. So it all depends. Like Miami, no. I would never would like to live there. I like to experience like heading there now that I have actually done that for the Miami Art Festival week. Honestly, yeah, I kind of like not fit in. I don't want to say fit in. Just like it was like I was like, okay, like I'm seeing other confident people. I'm seeing like other potential creators and everything else. This and that. And yes. Also, I wouldn't mind suburban in a way. I'll say that. Okay, I think I'm past 7 minutes, but it was great talking with you all, catching up, and also thank you guys for your questions and also hearing me out, hearing my conversations, also supporting me through my channel. It was definitely worth the live today. Again, my apologies for the background noise, but it is what it is. And I will see you guys on Friday, next week Friday. You'll for sure see me on my lives, not my lives, on my videos and shorts. So in the meantime, I may have a post or two posted on YouTube and also post on Instagram. Have a good night and good morning if you're watching this after